Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, mashallah. Very good. Okay.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam warahmatullah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalam Jawad bhai.
Can't hear you, Abid.
Oh, you can't hear me?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam warahmatullah.
Hello.
Okay, I am speaking pretty loud. Is anybody else having trouble hearing me?
Hello.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Okay, Jawad bhai.
Hello.
Okay, Jawad bhai, hold on.
Abid.
Gigi, I'm talking.
We all can hear you. I think something wrong.
Hello,
Jawad bhai.
Abid.
Oh. How can we tell him? Can somebody text him?
Assalamu alaikum. Abid can't hear you.
Please. Okay, मैं जावेद भाई को फोन ही कर लेता हूँ.
Abid Ali host.
Okay. Okay, can you hear me, Jawad bhai? Jawad bhai. Okay, while I think he's trying to figure that out, let's continue, inshallah. Did anybody send him a message yet? Okay. Okay, is everybody else able to hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay. All right. So, nahmuduhu wa nusalli ala rasulil kareem. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillah rahmanir rahim. So, jazakallah khairan for coming, and let's continue our lesson. So, today I plan to talk about how to create emphasis in the imperfect. Imperfect. That's a wrong spelling. Perfect. Tense. Okay. So what we have been learning that in the Madi, in the Fi'l Madi, how did we create the emphasis? By adding the qad. Yes. Does everybody remember that part? That in the Fi'l Madi, how do we used to do the emphasis?
Qad.
Qad. Okay. Somebody sending, okay, all is good. He said good. Okay. So, okay. All right. So in Mudare, in Fi'l Mudare, we have something called Noon Taqid. What do we have? Just repeat after me. Noon Taqid.
Noon Taqid.
Yeah, Noon Taqid, meaning the noon of emphasis. Noon of emphasis. So one of the noon of emphasis is noon with the sukoon. Noon with the sukoon. And the other one is noon with the shadda. Noon with the shadda. The emphasis is the same, but these two variations will come when you are trying to create the emphasis. Now, what is another letter we use to create emphasis? Lam. Right? Lam. We want to create one level of emphasis. We use qad. But when we want to have another emphasis layer, what do we say? Laqad. And then if we have to do more, then we take an oath. Yes? Right? Okay. So in Fi'l Mudare, for example, this noon, which is with the sukoon, is known as khafifa. What is known as?
خفيفة.
Khafifa. Khafifa means light. And the other, the shadda one, when you see a shadda, that means there are how many noons in there?
2.
2. So it's called sakila. Sakila means heavy.
Heavy.
Okay. So the emphasis is the same level, but somewhere we are going to use noon sakina, and somewhere we are going to use noon with the shadda. Okay. So that's one thing you need to keep in mind. Now, light noon is rarely used in the Quran. So thing to remember is that the light noon is rarely, very rare in the Quran used. Okay. However, the noon shadda is very heavily used. Every other sentence or whenever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is trying to put emphasis, is using this, the shadda one. So far, so good?
Yes.
Okay. So let's take a look at Zahaba. What is Zahaba?
He went.
He went, right? Now, what is the mudare of Zahaba?
Yes.
He
Yazhabu.
goes.
يذهب.
Yazhabu, right? Now, Ain kalima is which one?
Ha.
Ha. What is the
Ha.
haraka on the ha?
Fatah.
So which
Fatah.
bab is that?
Baba Fatah.
Abu Fatah.
Bab fataha, right? Okay. So when we want to make it mudare, we're going to say yazhabu. And the meaning will be he goes, he is going, he will go. Yes?
Yes.
So when we say he goes, that means something he's doing in the present. He is going mean is present continuous. Does that make sense? What is present continuous mean? It's still happening. This action of going is still continuing, right? And if I say he will go, that means sometime in the future, we don't know when, so we call it future indefinite. These are the English grammar names for this, or to explain future indefinite, present continuous, and present. So far, so good?
Yes.
Brother Javed, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, you can hear me now, right?
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. Okay. So, in order to understand this, we have to go back to our favorite table here. Okay. So, if today, if this table is not clear in your mind, I mean, I will still go ahead with the lesson, but this is where you will stumble or you will have trouble. Well, I'll try to make it easy. So if I have to make Zahaba, the different variations, how many variations is going to be?
14.
14.
So for the male, third person, male,
Yeah.
female,
Female.
third person, right?
Second person.
Male, female,
Second person.
second person. And then
And first
male and
person.
female, first person. Okay. So since I know the ruling of the Ain kalima, that is going to be the fatha, so it's going to become yazhabu, yazhabani, yazhabuna. Can you guys repeat after me?
Yes.
يذهبوا يذهبان يذهبون
يذهبون.
Yazhabuna. For the female, tazhabu, tazhabani,
يذهبان.
Habani. Tazhabna.
تذهبن
tazhabu.
Tazhabu.
تذهبان تذهبون
Habani. Tazhabuna.
Okay. Tazhabina,
Tazhabina.
تذهبان
tazhabani,
Habani.
tazhabna.
تذهبن
Habna.
Azhabu,
Azhab.
nazhabu.
نذهب
Okay. So you can see there are so many repetition, like tazhabu, tazhabu, tazhabani, tazhabani, tazhabani. You see that? So this is wahid. This is
Sanna.
and this is.
Jama.
So if you remember this, I'm going to keep it on the side here. So what we do now, first we are trying to make the emphasis with the light noon. What is the light noon? With the sukoon.
Qila.
And what do we call it? Khafifa. Khafifa means light.
Light.
Okay. So what we do, we make 5 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then what we do, out of this chart, the similar looking patterns we write in one column. So for example, I took yazhabu, tazhabu, tazhabu, and then azhabu and nazhabu. You see that? So yazhabu, tazhabu, tazhabu, azhabu, nazhabu. Do they all look alike?
Yeah.
They have similarity. You see, similarly, the second column we said yazhabani,
Habana.
tazhabani, tazhabani, tazhabani. Making sense?
Yes.
Yes.
And then yazhabuna, tazhabuna. Right? And the fourth one, yazhabna, tazhabna.
Tazhabna.
And the one which is by itself is tazhabina. Because in this table, tazhabina is the only one which is stand out. Yeah? Are you with me so far? Okay,
Yes.
good.
Yeah.
So now, when we look at this chart, column number 2 and column number 4 does not apply to noon khafifa. Column number 2 and column number 4 does not apply to noon khafifa, so we do not have to worry about column number 2 and column number 4. Is that a good news?
Yeah.
Okay. So now, how do we make this taqid? So what is the word here? Yazhabu, and we have to add the noon sakina. Yeah? So what happened? That we took the same word, we changed the dhamma into fatha, and then we added the noon sakina here. So what did it become? Yazhaban. Yazhaban. Right?
Yes.
Yazhaban.
Does happen.
Making sense? So
Yes.
the ba with the fatha become ba with the dhamma become ba with the fatha, and we attach the noon sakina, so it becomes yazhaban. Yes, and that means yazhabu mean he goes, right? But when you make it yazhaban, the translation will become he will surely go. Now pay attention, I am saying he will surely go.
Surely go.
That means that
Future.
ism khafifa will only for future and not for present. The translation will be what?
You will surely.
Yazhaban, meaning he will surely go. Now you want to create more emphasis, you're going to say la yazhaban. You just add the lam in the beginning. Making sense? That means there is no doubt he will go. You are doing double emphasis that indeed he is going to go. No doubt. Definitely he's going to go. Making sense? Okay. Okay.
Come on.
Mashallah, I have 15 people today. The number is still going down. We used to have around 25. Okay, so is everybody clear on that? That what we have done here for the column number 1, we took the ba with the dhamma, we changed the ba into fatha, and we added the noon sakina.
Yes. Yes. Easy. Yeah.
Okay, then for the second one, we don't have to worry because it's not for the noon sakina, correct? So now we move
Yes.
on to number 3. So yazhabuna, yazhabuna, meaning
They all go.
they go, they are going, or they will go, correct? So what we do, we take the yazhabuna, we have to add the nun sakina, so the una sound disappears. We only take up to the bu, the ba with the dhamma, and then we add the nun sakina. So what is become? Yazhabun, yazhabun, right? What is become? Say it. Yazhabun.
Yes,
Yes,
Habun.
Habun.
Okay, that means they will surely go.
Yes, habun.
They will surely go. And if you want to make more emphasis, then you can say
La
la
yazhab.
yazhabun.
La yazhabun.
Now, honestly, when you're reading Quran, isn't that something you come across a lot?
Yes.
When Allah
Yeah, a lot
Ta'ala
of
is
them.
saying
Yeah.
that I will definitely help my people or my Rasul or the Mu'mineen or the people who help me, I will definitely help them. So you will find this kind of pattern there. Yazhaban or Tazhaban, Tansuru. You know, I will go into that a little bit later. So this is Yazhabun. Okay. So the una part is dropped and instead a noon sakina is attached. Now number 4, in the khafifa we don't care, so we go to the tazhabina. So in the tazhabina, what will happen? The ina part drops and we put tazhabin. Tazhabin. What do we say? Tazhabin.
Bin.
Tazhabin.
That means she or the female, those female will definitely go. You tazhabina mean you all female will go, because ta is the second person, isn't it?
Male, eh?
Okay, if you're clear on that, let's go back and then create the same thing again, and this time we are going to do noon sakila. What is noon sakila? Is the heavy one with the shadda. Okay, so the top part again, 1 2 3 4 5, we separate them with the similar looking ones, right? And in this one all 5 columns apply. All 5 columns apply. Okay, so same thing, instead of the noon sakina we are going to add the noon with the shadda and we will put a fatha on it. So we're going to say yazhabanna. Yazhabanna. Say it with me. Yazhabanna.
Yazhabun.
Habanna.
That means they will surely go, or he will surely go, right? If you want to make more emphasis, you're going to say la yazhabanna. La yazhabanna. Say it. La.
La
La
yazhabun.
Okay.
It's la or la?
La.
La
La
yazhabanna.
yazhabun.
Right?
La yazhabanna.
Let me lam it taqid. Okay.
Yeah.
So yazhabani, noon
And
shadda. Yeah. So when the noon will the noon will drop and there will be a alif and there is the fatha. So because it's yazhabani, right? We drop the alif and the noon and add the shadda. Now one rule is when there is a alif before the noon shadda, it always have a kasra. This is the Arabic rule. So it's going to become yazhabanna. And now yazhaba haba yazhaba. I think it's yazhabanni. Right? How do you say it?
Yadhabani. Yadhabani.
Yazhaba.
Yazhabani.
Yazhaban.
Habani.
Yazhabanni. 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 Because there is 2 noon here. Okay, so when there is a alif before the noon shadda, then the noon shadda has a kasra in it. And sometime you will also see this long mud, you know, the long one. If I write it,
I don't know.
you don't know?
Alif with long.
Okay, so yes,
Haban.
haban ni.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm sure you'll find a lot of examples in the Quran regarding that.
Dal.
Okay, so for the third one, again, the una part will disappear. The una part will be dropped and it become yazhabunna. Yazhabunna. Okay. Then again, yazhabanna, yazhabannani, yazhabannani. Say it.
Yazhabannan.
Okay, so these are for what? Number 4 was yazhabanna, right? That's for female third person and second person. Yes. Then tazhabina will become tazhibna. Tazhabinna. Making sense? Okay. Any questions?
It's tough.
It will be the same for all other. Yeah.
That was right.
So it will be the same for all categories. Yeah.
Yeah. So what we have done, we have taken
The first.
this one,
Okay.
this chart, right? This is our starting chart.
Yes.
What we did, we said we are going to separate them out in 5 columns. The similar ones in one column, column 2, column 3, column 4, column 5. And then our job is to add a noon sakina.
Yes.
So when we add a noon sakina, something happens. For example, in the first category or the this one, the dhamma becomes fatha. And then we
So
add,
it will be the same for tazhaban,
yeah,
azhab, nazhab. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So the whole thing is on the same pattern. So if you know one, then you know the other. Okay. So we'll do some exercise together, but try to understand the ruling. And I think this is the easiest way to understand it, because if I make you tables of these, then you would understand that how many tables it will become, right? Okay. So just to give you more clarity, for example, we have a word nasara. Yes.
Yes.
What is the meaning of nasara?
He helped.
Helped.
That's like past tense, correct?
Yes.
And then we also know that Bab Nasara is Yansuru. When
Yansur, he will help. He is helping. He
Yansuru,
helps.
he helps, he will help,
helps, he will
he is
help,
helping.
he is helping.
Okay. So if you have to say something like Yansuru Allah, then who can translate this? Allah
Help. Allah.
Helps.
Allah is helping.
helps.
Allah help.
Allah
Allah yansurullah.
is helping. No, I'm just talking about Yansarullah. I'm not going in.
Allah will help. Allah helps.
Okay, then Allah will help.
Yansur.
Allah will help.
Yansurullah.
From this sentence, I can take these 3 meanings. Yes? Now, tell me about this. If I have to make a chart with Yansuru, is it going to be in the first category?
Yes.
Yansuru will be in the first category, right?
Yes.
How do we do that? So we take the dhamma and change it into fatha and add the nun sakina. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, so if I do the following, it's going to become yan
Yansurunna.
su
Yansurunna.
la nun yansarun Allah.
Yansurunna.
That's with the light one. Yes. And if I have to make it with the shadda one, it's going to become yansurannallahu. Yansurannallahu. That Allah will surely help. Yes. Even here, yansurullah, like if I write it, yansurun Allah. Making sense? Is that making sense here? Because this one has a shadda. Yansuran Allahu. Allah will definitely help. I hear a lot of quietness. What's going on, guys? Come on, it's not that hard.
It is hard.
It is hard? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We will make it easy.
How do you read it? Yan Suran with Noon is a sukun and Allah is also there's a lam Qamariya.
Yes, so Yan Suran Allahu, right? So in this one, what is the meaning?
With light noon.
If you have a night noon, then yes, we have.
How to read it?
There is another this, right? Yes. So I'm sure that in that case it becomes Yan Suran Allah, Yan Suran Allah, or
Yansuranillahi.
Nillaha.
Yansuranillahi.
What did we say when there are two sukoon side by side? What do we do? I think we put a
First and then we say the second.
Yeah.
Yansuranillahi.
So what is the meaning of this? That Allah will surely help. Then if I have the word man yansuruhu, what is the translation of man yansuruhu?
He who helps.
Man yansuruhu. Okay. First of all, man is the one who, right? Or simply who. Yeah.
Yes.
Yansuruhu helps. Yansuruhu helps. Who? Him. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, Allah will surely help the one who helps him. Making sense? All right.
I think we just need more practice.
Okay. Let's look at it again. Yan Suru. What is the meaning of this? Can somebody help me?
He helps.
He helps. Okay.
He will helps.
Okay.
Help.
Now, the next thing is Yan Suru Allah. Allah
helps.
So far so good?
Yes.
Okay. Then I want to say Allah will surely help. Yes. So then I have to work on Yan
Yansarna.
Yan
Surunna.
Allahu.
Allahu.
Allahu ya Allah. Allah Yansuru.
Oh, it will be ho. Allah is a doer.
So Yansuran Allah or Yansuran Allahu. Allah will surely help. Is that clear so far?
Yeah.
Okay. Then you wanted more emphasis. You said, okay, La
yansuranna Allah.
No doubt. Indeed, and surely Allah will help.
Double emphasis.
Is that clear? Is that making more sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
Everybody else, Sister Noor?
Yes, I'm okay. So could you also put the light one so we
Okay.
can compare so it's easier to remember?
Okay, so same thing. Yan Suran Allah. Right? In this case, we have two sukoon side by side. So in that case, if I remember our rule, then it becomes Yan
Surullah.
Surullah. So I put a kasra under the noon. Yan Suran Yansu, yan.
Something wrong. It's not fitting.
Yansuranillahu.
Okay.
Yansuranillahu.
Yansuranillahu.
Noon has sukun.
Yansuru, Yansuranillah.
Ran. Yansuran nillahi.
Okay, Nillahi.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, we can come back to this one. But you got the idea that what we are trying to say here. Now the next sentence, the part of the sentence is, this is ayah basically, that Allah helps, Allah will surely help the one, man, yan, suru, ho. What is the meaning of man, yan, suru, ho?
The one
The one
He helps.
That's him.
who
helps him.
Making sense?
Yeah.
So now I'm sure that this ayah has crosses your sight in the Quran when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, I will definitely help the one who helps me. And then there is another word called Nahdi. What is the meaning of Nahdi?
We guide.
We guide or we will guide. Right? So now look at that. Nahdiyannahum. Nahdiyannahum.
We will surely guide them.
We will surely guide them. And if you put the lam in the front, then it means we will definitely, indeed, no doubt, definitely we are going to guide them.
We will surely help them.
Okay, so how do we got the nahdiyanna? If you look at this, we have nazhabu. Yes? Look at nazhabu. Nazhabu and nahdi. Is it the same thing?
Yes.
Okay, nahdi. So if I have to make this, I am going to say nahdi, and there will be, actually nahdi will be the same. The ya will, when you write ya with the noon, you change it into this kind of ya, and then you make the noon like this. But we are doing with the shadda. So nahdiyanna. Nahdi. Because the ya, when you're connecting with the noon, the round part drops off. Nahdi yanna. And what is hum? Jamil bhai?
Them.
Them. Nahdi yanna hum. Okay. So this is how you create emphasis in the mudare. Any questions?
Can I ask you one question on the word home? Sometimes I see in the Quran it is home and sometimes it is lahom. So what is the difference in the meaning between the two?
Okay, so that's a good question. Lam is, remember there is a lam like this and there is a lam like this.
Yeah.
These are known as prepositions. And the translation is for.
Oh, wow.
So when you say lahum,
For them.
for them. Lahum ajrun adim. उनके लिए बड़ा अज़ाब और बड़ा अजर. Okay.
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Yes, Sister Umayma.
So lam is a letter from the jar status, right? Which means for. It doesn't matter.
Letter, the Arabic language, lam has so many uses and so many kind of lam. These lams I'm talking about, these are the preposition ones, haruf jara. These lams,
Yes.
this lam is lam tawqid, lam taqid, the lam of emphasis.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there is a long list of lams. We need to look at that table sometime. They all have their different purposes. Is that your question or you had something else in mind?
Yeah, I was just wondering if that was
Yes,
Okay.
so I would try to find that table for you where different lams have been used.
Because this is attached to this, to the imperfect tense. That's why it is lam taqid, right?
Yes, in this one, it's a lam taqid. Yes. Okay. All right.
Lam ta'kid will not be attached to any of the pronouns, correct?
Lam taqid will not what?
Will not be attached to any pronouns. Like whenever I see lahum, it is never lam ta'kid.
No, no, not that. You're right. So that is a different lam, but this is a different lam. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Does it connect with the past tense?
yes, remember lakad,
Okay.
but it comes with the lakad, with the kad. And remember in the nominal sentence when we had the inna, and then we have a lam after a little bit later, not right away.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. Let's take a look at the time. So it's 10:07. I am feeling that we might not be clear on this. So should we go more in this or what? How do we do this?
Nice and more. And then come back next time.
Do you know often these words when they're used in the Quran, then that will give us a bit also good reference?
Okay, so in the Quran, I don't know on top of my head, but let's see if I scroll through some of this.
Yes, no, let me see.
Okay, so is Musa li ahlihi.
Let me see.
I'm trying to.
Frozen. Hello?
Yeah, are you there?
Oh, yeah, your screen is frozen.
Is it?
I
Okay,
think so.
hang on. Can you guys see my screen now?
Yes.
Now look at this. La u'azzibannahu. La u'azzibannahu. I will surely punish him.
Oh my God. So yeah, double emphasis.
Yes. So there is a lam, and then there is a shadda here. And who is to say that him? I am going to surely punish him. So this is one of our example we just looked at. Illa azhabannahu. I will surely slaughter him. Now, trivia question. Who are we talking about? Hazrat Sulaiman talking about the Hudhud.
Yeah.
When he was, he gathered all his army of jinn and ins and everybody and the birds. So Hudhud was not there. So Hazrat Sulaiman said, "Where is him?" And when he comes back and if he doesn't give me a good excuse, I'm going to surely punish him, and or I will surely slaughter him. Okay, so look at here, lam tawqeed here. You see that how it says lam tawqeed? That means this is the lam of emphasis. And what noon have we used here, Brother Jamil? Sakina or khafifa? Brother Jamil?
Not sure, brother.
Okay, heavy or light?
Heavy.
Heavy. Yeah, looks heavy.
Because heavy, because there are two noons in here, right? When a shadda means, when you have the W on top of a letter in Arabic, that means there are two of them.
Okay.
Right? So if there are two, definitely they're heavy. And noon sakina has no haraka, so it's a light one. Yeah? So that's why I'm saying la azhabannahu. You see how I'm putting emphasis on the hanna? Because I have two noons. Hanna. La azhabannahu.
Stressing that, yes.
Right? And look, it says emphasis. The purple one is the emphasis. And azhabanna, what number is this? Is it the What person is it? Is wahid or is it plural?
30.
First
30.
person.
First person. Azhabanna, I will slaughter. When I
The
say
alif.
la, right, I will slaughter him. And where is the surely coming from? From the emphasis, la azhabannahu. And who is what? Him. Is that making sense? Everybody clearly see that?
No.
No?
I've got a question. Like we've got two alif. Like after lam, there's one alif and there's another alif.
Yeah,
So the first alif is I and the second alif is part of azba.
yes. So this la in this verb we have an extra alif. So we haven't heard or learned our different forms of the verb yet. We're only stuck with the first 6 ones. So inshallah, when you are ready to look into the other ones, then we will find out that how this is there is an extra alif here. Okay.
Okay.
So for right now, let's focus on the subject on hand and not worry about this. Okay. Let's see if I can go further. And now when the hudhud comes and he talks about that what he saw, and then here I think one more time is somewhere in the later, I think we're gonna find some okay, I think I'm gonna keep going. What is this?
Which one?
Izhabu. Imperative.
Is Amr.
Azhab.
Azhab mean go.
Azhab.
Okay. So
Order.
okay, are we gonna say azhab, izhab, uzhab? What are we gonna say?
Izhab.
Izhab. Okay. So who is saying izhab to who?
Sulaiman.
Hazrat Sulaiman is saying to the hudhud, take my
Hudhud.
letter to bi kitabi, with my letter. Go with my letter. Haza, this letter. Fa'alkihi, and deliver it to ilayhim, to them.
To them.
Are you see that mashallah we can make sense of this verse without even focusing too much? We know bi kitabi. Haza, do we know haza?
Yes.
Fa'alkihi, fa'alk, it's like to deliver. But he, do we know the he here?
Him.
Not him, because it's a letter, so it's a it's a what do you call, non-living, so we'll say it.
It. Okay.
Right, because in Arabic language there is only he and she, there is no it. So even for the it we use who or he. Now what is the letter fa saying over here? So, or thus deliver my letter, right? And what is ilayhim?
To them.
Is
To
preposition.
Preposition in them.
preposition.
For whom is them? To
Now
them.
because of the preposition, did we say ilayhum or ilayhim?
Ilayhim.
Ilayhim.
Why? Because it's when the preposition is attached,
Yeah,
it
or
has to be
majrur.
jar or majroor. Okay, very good. What is fanzur?
And see.
See.
And see. Fanzur is from unzur. So and see, meaning this is fele amr. Okay. Yarji'un.
Yarji'un.
They
Plural.
will come back.
Fele mudare. What person?
Third person.
Third person. Male or female?
Male.
Male, plural.
Plural.
Oh, mashallah, mashallah. Sister Noor, you're rocking today.
Seldom. Today, yes.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Yarji'un. Okay. And he said, okay, then take my letter to them and then turn away, then come back to me and tell me how they react to my letter. Okay. Anyway, we can go on and on, but let me try to find you another emphasis letter from the verse here. Okay. What is tashhadun, guys?
Tashhaduna. Plural, second person, male.
Very good. Tashhadun. So if we have
witness.
if we have to go out to our camera, and
You
our camera,
Tashhadun.
so it's gonna be shahada. What
You
is
can see.
shahada? He
witness.
Okay.
You witness.
Witnessed.
So then it will become Yash.
Hadu.
يشهدون.
Yashhadu, right? I'm just going with number one. When you see Yashhadu and you see Shahada, what bab is it?
Alaikum Ustaz. I think your screen is frozen again.
Oh, is it? Sorry. Alrighty. Is it visible now?
Yes.
Shahada, he witnessed. Yashhadu, bab, which bab is it?
Fatha.
Very good job. So now we know we have to say Yash.
يشهدون. يشهدون.
Yash. Hadani. Are you with me so far?
Yes.
Yash. Brother David, you're not with me?
Yashhaduna.
Yash. Hadu. Na. Making sense? He will witness, he witness, he's witnessing. It's a third person male. Yeah?
Yes.
Yashhadani, those two men witness, those two men will witness, or those two men are witnessing. Yashhaduna, all those men are witness or witnessing, or they will witness. Making sense? Okay. So then, if I want to say they will surely witness, what are we going to say?
La yash.
Yash.
First we go with the ya. Yash.
Yashhaduna.
Yashhadun.
Hadan.
Yashhadan.
يشهدن.
Yashhadan, right?
Yashhadan.
Because that's our rule. We take the dhamma and we change it into fatha and then we add the nun sakina. What about the other one? Yash.
Hadan.
Hadana.
Yashhadanna. With the noon, light noon, and the heavy noon. Okay? And then if you want more emphasis, you add the lam. La yashhadan, la yashhadanna. Okay? And for the second person male will be
Tashhadun.
tashhaduna. And then you can also do the same thing with this. Is that making sense, guys?
Done.
Okay. Now, what will make it easy for you? If something is new, something is a little bit complex, what should be your technique to learn it?
Practice.
Practice. And do you see that when I'm writing it, even myself, I'm not very fluent yet because I haven't practiced all of this too much yet. Yeah. But at least what I try to do, I try to apply the rule. I even if I don't know much, I stick with following the rule. I just apply the rule. And then when you write with your own hand, if you write these with your own hand, it's not easy to write all this. So when you write it 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, your hand start to know what to do next, or at least your fingers know, and your memory increases and it goes into your mind and it stays there. Is that making sense? Okay, so let's go back to our Quran and let's see if we can find more information. So what she did, the lady, she made a consultation with her, the ministers, and then she sent a letter back with some gifts. She said, "Okay, let's see if I give him some gifts, he might